At the beginning of this week, I had this thinking, like, since when are we so addicted with social media?
I'm not addicted.
And what happens if Instagram and Facebook just vanish tomorrow? It's not just that you cannot look at your cat memes photo anymore. The entire business would just evaporate overnight. When Meta suffered a massive 6-hour global outage back in 2021, Fortune reported that it cost Meta nearly $60 million in lost ad revenue. But the economic damage to the millions of small businesses relying on it was estimated in billions. We started out using this app for free just to post heavily filtered photos of ourselves, and now they have become the infrastructure of our economy.
For the Insta.
The leaders of these platforms aren't just any CEOs anymore. They have the power of unelected world leaders because they control a global digital job market. Now, the government actually tried to do something about this. Hey, we are suing you. You cannot just buy every cool app like WhatsApp and Instagram just to kill the competition. Monopoly? Who? Us? Look over there. TikTok and YouTube, they're kicking our butts. Ah, dang it. Yeah, you're right. And that is exactly how it went down. The America's Federal Trade Commission spent 5 years in court arguing that Meta had a deliberate strategy for the exact situation. The argument was that when Meta saw a platform growing fast enough to become a threat, they bought it. So Instagram and WhatsApp both acquired it before they could grow up to be the rivals. But the FTC lost that case in November 2025. A federal judge ruled that Meta holds no monopoly today because TikTok and YouTube actively compete with it, which is hilarious on its own because TikTok is facing massive government bans in multiple countries and YouTube is owned by Google, just another giant. So the competition saving us from Meta monopoly is just the other versions of the exact same problem.
Oh man, same shit.
Creators think they are building independent businesses on Meta's platform, but they are doing Meta's most important job. Every video, every reel, every post that keeps people scrolling, that's content Meta needs to exist. So they can sell advertising and generate over 97 of their revenue. And in return, creators get rich, which Meta control and can cut in half with an algorithm update. So when these platforms get hit with shady private accusation, what happens? Nothing. Millions of people just sit there and let themselves be distracted by more content because nobody wants to buy the hand that fits them. So why nobody builds a competitor? Economists have a name for why that doesn't work. It's called the network effect. The idea is simple. The value of a platform increases as more people use it. When more people join, they bring more content, more conversations, more connections. In plain language, people go where people already are. Imagine your friend comes up to you and says, hey, I found this amazing new app. It has no ads and the algorithm is actually nice to you. Oh wow, that sounds perfect. Who else is on it? It's just me and about 5 guys in tech. But it's really cool, you should join. Yeah, I think I would just stay here on Instagram where my friends, my families, and my favorite cat memes are. Because it's impossible to get hundreds of millions of people to move at exactly the same time. This is why nobody successfully builds a competitor. When was the last time you seriously considered leaving Instagram? Maybe you did it for a week, maybe you deleted the app, feel good about yourself, and downloaded it again 3 days later because someone sent you a meme on there.
I quit quitting!
Think about what we mean when we say something is infrastructure. Electricity, roads, the water supply, these are things are so essential to life that we decided that they cannot be left entirely in private hands. They get protected because too many livelihoods depend on them. Social media now fits every part of that definition, except the protection part. We complain about the algorithm, the ads, and the features that nobody asks for, and yet none of us leave. And I don't think that's weakness. Businesses cannot survive without it. Creators have built entire incomes inside it. Political movements organize on it. People fight jobs, communities. Even when the US Surgeon General issues a health advisory, warning that social media poses a serious risk to the mental health of young people, usage still keeps growing. Why? Because for many people, there are generally no alternative. You feel like you could leave, but the cost of leaving, losing your community, your audience, your business connections, it's just too high. And you stay and you complain and you stay some more. But here's the part that nobody said out loud. Meta knows it. Every algorithm update, every monetization update, every new way to draw creators deeper in the ecosystem. It is all designed to raise the cost of living.
I deleted social media in 2021 and I never looked back. And I thought, there's no need for this anymore. So I needed to hire someone for my mental health.
Think about how weird and smart it is at the same time. Millie Bobby Brown has the luxury of taking the full advantage of social media to sell her products and build her brand, without actually having to be social or to touch the apps.
I still want my fans to know it's my caption. I'm thinking about,
Yeah.
But if you are an everyday creator, a small business, or an independent brand, you don't have the budget to hire a full-time social media manager
to take care of it for me. Somebody who is an expert in social media, who knows what they're doing, who that's literally what they went to school for, right?
You have to log in yourself, read the comments, and absorb the psychological damage just to keep your business alive. Social media has stopped being a social app and has become a harsh, demanding workplace infrastructure. Celebrities get to use it at Billboard without paying the mental tax, while the rest of us are forced to stay online just to survive. I want to be completely honest with you. I don't have the perfect clean answer here, but I do think there's a lot of power in just calling the system what it is, because once you see how it works, you start making different choices. The platform was literally engineered by rooms full of geniuses to make living feel expensive. That is not weakness on your part. This is high-level psychological engineering on theirs. Second, you start thinking differently about what you are building there. If you are a creator or thinking about becoming one, maybe the goal is to build something that exists outside of it. An email newsletter, a separate website, a community platform that you actually own, which cannot be wiped out when the algorithm changes or when the platforms get sold or a government decides to ban it. Because here the final things I will leave you with it. Social media may have become our modern infrastructure, but the platform is not a community. You are. If this made you think, even if you are completely disagree with me, let me know in the comments. I want to know how you balance your relationship with these apps. And that will be all for today. See you in the next one.